So everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Obviously, the first games of the season are in the books with LA losing to the Chicago Blackhawks on ring ceremony day, which was a tough one to take. Jonathan Quick looked awful. I think a lot of that is coming. His first game back, he had back surgery during the offseason. That's a tough one. Kind of a tough loss taking opening day. But I want to talk more about the Flyers and Penguins. It was typical battle Pennsylvania with Pittsburgh grinding it out, getting the empty netter and winning 3-1. Break it down, the goaltenders first and foremost. If you watch my Flyers preview, my Atlantic Division preview, I picked Brizgalov to have a very good second year in Philly, and after a rough start, he really looked good. The long shots he's been shaky on, I'd keep my eye out on that. It looks like he was kind of fighting the puck at times, but other times it looked like he was dominating. So, that's something to look at. I think he'll be fine. The defense is a patchwork defense, to put it nicely, but I think they'll find their stride. Their forwards are good enough. I liked what I saw from Scott Laughton. He really plays a man's game. I'd keep him up until at least Briere comes back. I still think he's ended up back in Oshawa, but we'll see what happens if he keeps playing like he is. That's not going to happen. But he's a hell of a player, and he's going to be a great pro for many years and a fan favorite in Philly. Now to Pittsburgh, I thought Flower was great. I thought Fleury really bounced back. Last time he was in Philly wasn't too good to him, but I think he was a much better. Wasn't battling the puck, wasn't fighting the puck, just made the necessary stops. The one goal is pretty good that he gave up, but got some help from the post late in the game. But he'll be fine. The forwards were obviously great. If Crosby's healthy, they're one of the teams to beat in the East. James Neal, playing with some great players. Gino's Gino. I liked Brandon Suter's game. I thought he played a man's game. I think he's going to be a big time fan favorite in Pittsburgh for many years. With the grit, tenacity, face-off winning, stuff like that. I think he fits that role perfectly. And they got a good return back in the Stahl trade. More on that trade, the assets they got back. They got 6 quality young defensemen under the age of 22. Dupree, Dumoulin, Morrow, Harrington, Mata, and Pouliot. So in terms of organizational depth, I think that's what gives them a leg up over Philly. They got Morrow and Dumoulin in the minors. They got Dupree on the roster. They have 3 back juniors, but they can become valuable trade assets to acquire another piece of the championship puzzle. Philly really doesn't have that. In fact, if Philly had that kind of defense, they'd be in much. I think they'd definitely be a favorite in the East. They have that kind of young defensive talent, but they still are. But they had that kind of, the depth back there that they really lack organizationally. Pittsburgh can go out and make a deal and get that other player. Going forward, what are they going to need? I think another top 6 forward to play with Crosby would be great. They need that. Kunitz and Dupuis are great, but they're not. If you can get an elite player, a la Danny Heatley, if he becomes available, and you got the assets, it's in your best interest to go for it. So I think that's what I give Pittsburgh the slight edge for this season in the Battle of Pennsylvania, but we'll see what happens. If they meet in the playoffs, anything can happen, as we saw last year. I didn't see Flower get torched like he did, but obviously that's one thing you got to look at. But that's like this episode of the Power Play with CJ, assessing Philly and Pittsburgh through one game. Stay tuned for more episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.